All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Amy. I'm here with Cougar Health Services. You may formally, if you went to school here before, you knew us as Health and Wellness Services, but we have changed our name this summer, and we are now an integrated service with counseling and psychological services. So we are Cougar Health Services. We're located in the Washington building, which is along Stadium Way, and we're across from the Spark building. As I mentioned, Cougar Health Services now has counseling and psychological services. I'm from here on out going to refer to them as CAPS. Our health promotion department, the medical clinic, our pharmacy located right there in our lobby, and our vision clinic. You may be wondering what that student health fee gets you each semester, and we're happy to say that it now provides one free visit each semester, and that is with your provider. So you come in and you can visit with your provider at no cost to you, one time per semester. We have the telephone nurse that you have access to 24/7. In CAPS, you have unlimited group counseling and workshops. That is at no cost to you ever. There's no limit on that. They also offer brief focused individual therapy. They have their own 24-hour mental health crisis line, and we have health education programs that are available to you. That website there is going to be very important. It has all the information you'll need. It has information if you are an assistantship or international insurance there as well about your policy. All right, so our medical clinic, we are large. We're just like your clinic at home. We see about 250 patients a day. We are one of the only accredited full-service clinics in the area. You can see here we do same-day appointments and scheduled appointments. The important thing to know is those same-day appointments are upon availability. When we are full, we are full. We can't create more and more appointments. So it's best to try to schedule that appointment. However, if you wake up in the morning and you are ill and you need to get in, please call. We set aside some appointments just for that occasion. As I mentioned, our pharmacy is located right there. We have lab and x-ray in our building. You don't have to go somewhere else for that. One thing that's important to know is lab and x-ray is a contracted service. WSU and Cougar Health Services do not own those. So you may get a bill from Pathologist Regional Lab or Pullman Regional Hospital for those services. We do allergy injections. We have a travel medicine clinic. We have gynecological and sexual health services. We have services for transgender patients. We have a provider who specializes in transgender care, and that includes hormone replacement therapy. We have a registered dietitian who does nutrition counseling, and then our vision clinic is there on the premises as well. Here are some of our providers. I'm not going to go into each one, but you should know that they are all board-certified family physicians. We encourage everybody to get to know them. You can do that by going to our website. They all have a bio that will tell you a little bit about where they went to school and some of their interests. You can see we have physicians, physician assistants, nurse practitioners. Some of our staff are fellowship trained or board certified in specialized areas. In the top there, left-hand corner, you can see our sports medicine doctors. These are going to be the doctors who will treat you for any of your orthopedic needs, back pain, neck pain, shoulder, any breaks. Our other physicians can take care of that as well. Those are the same providers who treat our NCAA athletes, so you may see them on the field as well with our athletes. Our behavioral health is now actually psychiatric services. We have a psychiatrist and a psychiatric nurse practitioner. That is a referral-based service. So we encourage you to come see one of our medical providers, or maybe you will come through CAPS. That's how you get in to see one of our psychiatrists. You can't just make an appointment with the psychiatrist. Dr. Fern is our internal medicine doctor. If you have had a chronic condition at home that you follow a doctor with, maybe diabetes or Crohn's, something like that, Dr. Fern is going to be who we want to get you set up with. She specializes in all of those conditions and can spend a little more time with you regarding those. So if you have one of those conditions, please make sure you get your records sent to us and we can get you set up with Dr. Fern. And then we have our vision clinic optometrist and then our dietitian there. The patient portal is really important. This is where you can schedule and cancel your appointments. You can schedule appointments any time of the day. So you can wake up in the middle of the night and decide that you need to make an appointment. You can go onto your patient portal. You sign in with your MyWSU account. On the left-hand side, you can see that's where it is, patient portal. Also right there on the left-hand side, you will see where it says student insurance. That's where you can find information about your insurance. It's also important to cancel your appointment. If you schedule an appointment and don't make it, there will be a $25 no-show fee. If you are late for your appointment, there will be a $25 no-show fee, and you still won't be able to see a provider. We'll have to reschedule you. So it's important to make it to your appointments if you schedule one. You can request prescription refills here. You can communicate with your providers. If you see a provider and you have some lab results or had some questions that they were going to follow up with, they will answer you on your patient portal. So it's important to go in there and look at that. In turn, if you get out of your appointment and remember something you should have told your provider or have an additional question, you can contact your provider through the patient portal. We encourage you to set up email and text reminders. You can view your account summary, access your immunization records, and list your preferred pronouns and gender identity. Immunizations. The MMR is required, as all of you know. If you have a hold on your account, be sure and come down to the Washington building and get that additional MMR so we can get that hold off your account. Or if you just need to turn in your paperwork, you can do that in the Washington building. We encourage the other immunizations that are on there. Pardon me. The big one we encourage is the flu shot. We have flu shot Fridays all through October. That's not the only time you can get it, but that is the most convenient time you can get it. That means that we have a flu clinic in the Washington building. You can just walk in and get your flu shot, grab a cookie, and be on your way. And all of these immunizations with your insurance, either your graduate student insurance or your international insurance, are covered at 100%. There will be no cost to you. Sometimes we aren't open. So there are after-hours care options for you. The first one is that telephone nurse. That is our main phone number. You just call our normal phone number. That after-hours nurse will tell you if they think it's important enough for you to go to the emergency room, or maybe you should just wait until Cougar Health Services is open the next morning. If they encourage you to go to an urgent care or the hospital, certainly heed their advice. You can see there we have Pullman Regional Hospital, Ready Care, and Pullman Family Medicine. Those are all on a bus line, and taxis are available here in Pullman as well. And be sure and call 911 for an emergency. Pharmacy located there in our clinic. You can transfer any prescriptions you have right there. You can request your refills online. That's through that patient portal. We will bill your insurance for you. I know I talked to some people who are not going to be located here on campus. They may be at Prosser or Mount Vernon. We will mail your prescriptions to you because it is cheaper for you to get your prescriptions through Cougar Health Services if you're on the graduate student insurance or international insurance if you use us. So contact us and we will get those prescriptions mailed out to you. And then we also have non-prescription products, your Band-Aids, ibuprofen, cold medicine, right there, so you don't have to leave campus. Our vision clinic is located there in the Washington building as well. We have an optometrist there. We have our eye exams, contact lens fittings, frame adjustments, eye conditions. If you are on the insurance, your exam is covered at 100%, and then you have a $200 benefit for frames and lenses. I will say this, they have a really fantastic selection of frames. They're really geared towards college students, so come in and take a look. All right, so our CAPS is located on the 3rd floor of the Washington building, and almost 35% of WSU students said stress had affected their academic performance in the past year. So we encourage everybody, if they're struggling with anything, to make sure and come in and see CAPS. They can help. Here are some of our providers at CAPS. This is just a small grouping of them. They have many more than this. And they include licensed psychologists, mental health counselors, and social workers, doctoral interns, postdoctoral residents, and doctoral practicum students. The one thing I want to mention about this group is they specialize in college health. They want to make sure and keep everybody mentally healthy. So if you are struggling, do not hesitate to come and see this group. Some of the typical issues they address, I'm not going to read them all. The first 4 on the list seem to be the biggest ones that people will come in for, and that's academic performance, adjustment problems, anxiety, and depression. Of course, there's many more on here, and if you don't see an issue that you would like addressed on this list, that doesn't mean they won't address it. It just means that we only have so much room that we can put things on here. So they have seen it all. Don't hesitate to go see them. And how do they address those issues? They do it through group counseling, workshops, brief individual or couples therapy. The important thing about couples therapy is only one of you has to be a WSU student. So if you have a spouse or a roommate or somebody else that you want to bring in, only one of you has to be a student. They do some psychological assessment, testing, psychiatry. They have their own mental health crisis line. They do a sexual assault response, and they will refer to campus and community resources. They want to make sure that you get the best care, and sometimes that may not be at Cougar Health Services, and we don't hesitate to refer out to the community if necessary. Confidentiality is important. Our medical clinic and at CAPS, we will not discuss any of your care with anyone without your permission. It means we won't talk to a parent or a spouse or a roommate, anybody about, even if you've been there. If you want us to be able to talk to those people, you need to sign a release. Those will be 2 separate releases. There is one for the medical clinic and there is one for CAPS. The CAPS, to make an appointment, they are open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They have walk-in hours every business day. The walk-in hours, that's how you get established with CAPS. So you just go up to the 3rd floor and you walk in, and they will do an assessment at that time. The medical clinic is different. They are open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 1 on Saturdays. All right, our billing and insurance. We will bill all of your insurance plans. Some of you have asked if you can have 2 insurance plans. The answer is yes. You can keep that insurance plan from your parents and also have your graduate student insurance. And it says here to bring your insurance card. We don't need your insurance card if you're on the student plan. We will need it if it's a parent plan. You will also need your insurance card if you go out into the community, and Sally here will be telling you how to get that insurance card in a little bit. Any amount that's not covered by your insurance is charged to your student account. You will never receive a bill from us in the mail. And if you do not pay that student account, it will result in a hold on your account, meaning you won't be able to register for classes for the next semester. So we encourage you to keep your account current so that you can register. You can always check in with billing and insurance before receiving a service if you want to know how much something is going to cost. Also, if you're concerned about cost, always be very honest with your provider and let them know that you're concerned. They will bring you out to billing and insurance, and we can get you an estimate on the cost before you receive the service. We bill all insurance plans. That includes most of the Apple Health plans here in the state of Washington. You can see we're contracted with most of the largest players in the nation. So that means you will be in network. We also have navigators that help you with the Washington State Health Benefit Exchange. If you are uninsured and this is an option for you, we encourage everybody to, if you're trying to find insurance, to try this on your own first, and then if you hit a roadblock, come in and see one of our navigators. They specialize in this, and then they can help you work through the process. Our PASS program, if you brought a spouse or a partner, you can go ahead and they can use the health clinic, they can use Cougar Health Services, but they will have to pay the health fee. You all have been automatically charged that health fee. If your spouse or partner wants to use the clinic, they will have to pay $306 per semester to use that clinic. So it is an option, and it's per semester, and that paperwork is online, or you can stop into billing and insurance and fill that out, if that's what they would like to do. All right, I'm going to turn this over to Sally, and now she's going to talk specifics about your insurance plan.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sally. I'm the Student Insurance and Privacy Specialist at Cougar Health Services. And I just wanted to talk about your plan a little bit. Something I just wanted to say in the beginning, please make sure you check your MyWSU notices. I know I'll say this over and over again, but it's really important because that's where we send everything for your plan. It'll have all of your information. So something really great this year that we just finished launching is health science grad students can purchase this plan. In the past, it was closed for others to be able to purchase it, but now if you're a grad health science student, you can purchase this plan, and you would have been sent an email if you're eligible for this. I know we mostly have grad students on an assistantship, but we may have some health science students here as well. So the health science students enroll through MyWSU. Everyone that's a grad student on an assistantship, they're automatically enrolled, so you do not have to do anything. We have very low deductibles on this plan, $100 for services provided at Cougar Health. So that's where your plan will work the best. You can also see any provider, though, anywhere in the nation, any other state, anywhere in the world, but there is a $500 deductible for other providers. On this plan also, there's national and international coverage, and of course, 24-hour emergency care hotline. And your plan is through United Healthcare Student Resources. The premiums, this is the cost for the plan for fall and spring. There is no cost for students on an assistantship. This is a benefit of being on that assistantship, so there is no cost to you. Important to remember that the premium is, you can see it on your account, but it'll automatically be paid by your assistantship. Also on your paycheck at the bottom, you will see it'll say contributions made on your behalf by the university. So that doesn't mean you're paying for it. That just means that the university is paying that for you, okay? Coverage begins August 16th. It takes a while to get everybody enrolled, so just be patient. You will get a MyWSU notice. If you do need to see a provider before you get that notice, send us an email or call us and we can get you manually enrolled. It just takes a while because we have so many new students. But the plan does start August 16th. So today's the 14th, so a couple days. If you have dependents, spouses, or children, you can enroll them in this plan. They have to be enrolled manually every semester. So just keep that in mind when it comes around to spring, you need to enroll your spouse and children again. Dependents are not eligible for the dental insurance, but we do have a great medical plan that they can purchase, or you could purchase for them. So again, once you're enrolled, you'll get that notice, and then you'll receive the instructions in that notice on how to set up your account with United Healthcare. This is where you'll get your card, check your claims, look at EOBs, all of that. So you can do that online, or you can do it through the app. This will all be sent to you, so don't worry about having to remember it right now, but if you do it through the app, it's great because most people have their phones with them wherever you go. If you go to see a provider, you can just say, here's my insurance. So if you'd like to do that, it's super easy. Download the app and the instructions they'll be sent to you. Also important to remember, coverage is worldwide. There's a great plan, this is kind of hard to see, but it's called United Healthcare Global. So if you're going somewhere on spring break, like say you go to Spain and there's a natural disaster there, the insurance will pay for a portion of your cost to get back to school. So they have the medical evacuation and repatriation services. So just so you know, if you are going somewhere, it's always a good idea to call your plan before you go and say, hey, I'm going to Spain for spring break. Can you tell me who's covered or where can I go, to get services? So included in your plan at no additional cost is called the Healthiest You, which this is really great. This is where you can FaceTime or video chat with a board-certified physician at no cost, and this is when Cougar Health Services is closed. If you're on another campus, you can use this at any time. It's really easy. Say you wake up and you have pink eye, and it's a Sunday. Cougar Health Services is closed. You can FaceTime with the doctor, they can call in prescriptions, or they can say, you need to go to the emergency room, not for pink eye, or you need to go see your provider the next day. So they can give medical advice, but this is a great option, completely covered on your plan. Also, we have what's called the Student Assistance Program, and this is where you can call and talk to an attorney or a mediator, lots of services. So I'm just briefly going over this with you. Remember, this is all on our website, and it will be sent to you as well, but I just wanted to mention so you guys kind of have that in the back of your mind if you ever need to use these services. And then also we have what's called Better Help through United Healthcare, and this is where, again, you can FaceTime, live chat, video chat with licensed counselors, and you can text them completely free. It's covered on your plan. And it's just really great to be able to have that, especially if you don't feel like going in to see a counselor and you just want to do it over the phone, you can do that. Okay, the dental plan. So the dental plan is only offered to graduate students on an assistantship, but we do have other plans that you can purchase through Delta Dental, and that is on our website under insurance, where Amy showed you earlier. So if you do need to, get a dental plan, if you have a lot of teeth issues, it's always a good idea to purchase a plan before you have major issues, because dental care is very expensive in the U.S. Okay, so that's it for us. Couple just recap. Make sure you check your MyWSU notices. Please come and utilize our services at Cougar Health if you need them. We're right on Washington, or in the Washington building, right across from the Spark. And we will also be available for questions. We'll be here for a while, so come to our table if you have any other questions. Thank you.